It is commonly known that currently the NFL is making its mark by taking a knee during the flag. Everybody has their different opinions on the subject behind the intent of the football players, and that currently is creating a divide between critics and supporters. Critics are interpreting this silent form of protest as a stand against Trump, to disrespect veterans and the hard work they have put into our country in order to experience freedom. Contrastingly, supporters say that as an American citizen, we all have the right to practice our freedom of speech, and forcing said protesters is an act of fascism, not patriotism. The reason why I find this topic so interesting and worth talking about is to disagree with both parties. Personally, I think the initial unbiased message is becoming lost in this mayhem that millions of people are missing. The root of this message of protesting ties back to Colin Kaepernick's desire to stand with the larger Black Lives Matter movement. Kaepernick's kneel was a stand against police brutality and racial injustice. What many forget to realize is that originally Kaepernick challenged these ideals on Obama's term to raise awareness before Trump was even elected. And what people who are supporters of this NFL movement neglect to understand, these white-collared men behind the scenes of the NFL fed millions of dollars to Trump's endorsements, or that was at least before Trump questioned their authority. In one of Trump's speeches, he referred to the football players as, quote, sons of bitches, and ordered their owners to regain a sense of control over their team. Ever since then, these owners have participated in this revolt against Trump, saying they will, quote, stand in unity no matter the cause. But why now? Why choose to stand with your players now when this has been a movement for months? And why the one person who catalyzed this by kneeling on that patch of grass as everyone else stood still can't seem to find a job in the NFL? I ask these questions because I believe the intent of the NFL is to stand against Trump, not against the oppression within the system. To send this message that they still have a hefty amount of power and are not to be messed with. But what happened to the original message Kaepernick was pushing for? It becomes watered down and whitewashed, and this has turned into something unrecognizable from what it once was. When we watch the headlines on the news or log onto Twitter, the caption reads, "Take the knee, stands against Trump," overrides why it started. We can't forget what catalyzed this movement. That kneeling against Trump should be more than just kneeling against the man. It should be kneeling against the message that belittles police brutality, that ignores racial injustice. And so my 4 questions stand. Are we as a nation preventing change? Why do we allow the purity of intentions drown in negligence? Where do you stand on this topic? And is Kaepernick's nonviolent form of protest losing its message?